Whakaarohia ki kia rātou mā katahia no ka kapohia te ringa ka haitua. Kia rātou kua wheturangi hia haere, haere, haere atura. Ka hoki taku manu ki au, e ngā reo, e ngā mana, e ngā mātā waka, nau mai, hara mai, hara mai, hara mai. Tēnei atu haurangi Ngāti Wāhi au mihi ake kia koutou. Koutou i tai a tinana mai, hei whakanui tēnei kaupapa o te pō, te kaupapa nui, e te pāpā wētini, ngā mihi atu ki a koe. Nō reira, e ngā rauranga tira mā, he poto o te kakau o tēnei paipa, nō reira, tēnā koutou, nau mai, hara mai, e tau atu.
Ka riki pōwhai tere ko te ate pūhu ai hoi konei, ko te ate kauru ai hoi konei. E ai hoki au i te umate tuhi ki hai tai ki ngā pū, ki ngā weu, ki ngā take, ki ngā pūkenga, ki ngā wānanga, ki ngā tauhira. Patua kūru, patua whāo, patua te toki a tai haruru. Hiki ake hoki au nei ki rungo i te whare hukau kanui a Tangaroa. Whati ai e nuku tai mororo. E nuku tai mororo pēra o ki rā ko hau, ko hine tua hoanga. E kimi ana, e hahau ana i te whānau orata. Orata i mate i te au wei, piko i whiti. Mate, oranga mai ka whiti. Nuku e tātau arangi, whāno hara mai te toki, haumie. Hui e! Tēnei te whakauaha o ngā kōrero he mea tuku e tō tātou rangitira e tau, tēnā koe. O reira kei ngā mate. Ngā mate o te rā, o te wiki o te marama o te tau. Ngā mate o tēnā kapa o tēnā kapa. O tēnā marae o tēnā marae. O tira ngā mate roto mai o te arawa. Kāmutu, putano i te motu. Rātau, te tāwharautanga o tātou te hunga ora. Kāre no hotawhiti, te whakaaro nui ki a rātau. Nō reira kei o tātou, mana nui o te pō. Oki ati rā, ki Hawaii ki tawhiti are are. Hei atai hoa kenei, ko matariki tērā kārewa. Ko po utukawa tērā, ka rui ngā mate ki te uma o rangi nui, e whetūrangi hi ai rātau. Nō reira, kei te marae, o te matangaro, ki a rātau. Uri pēnei mai ki a tātou te marae o te mataora, tēnā tātou. Tēnā tātou, i tā tātou noho tahi. Tēnā tātou, i o tātou whakaaro tahi. He whakanui ai tētahi o ngā kapahaka, whakahirahira, o te arawa o tira o te motu whānui. Nō reira, te arawa iwi, te arawa whakamataku, te arawa o petaua, kuhura mai te kaupapa, e whakanui ai te kapa o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Kuhuna mai te kaupapa, kia rangona i ngā kōrero, mai tōna o rokohanga, ta tū mai nei ki e nei wā o mohoa. Kuhuna mai te kaupapa, ia rongo ai, ngā urongo, i ngā kōrero ka tukuna, mō rātou kua riro, e hangai ana ki te kaupapa, o tira ki te kapa, ka mutu ngā kōrero ano hoki, mō tātou e ora tonu ana. Nō reira te arawa. Nau mai, haere mai. Ko te rākau taumata koia, ko topea hei waka, e kawea ngā tikanga, ngā koranga, ngā kurahuna, o te aotawhito, ta tū mai nei ki e nei wā o moha. Ko te rākau taumata ia, ko whakaerotia ki tō tātou reo, ki o tātou whakapapa, ki a tātou hitoria. Te rākau taumata koia, ko whakaerohia, ki ngā waiata, ki ngā pūrākau, ki ngā kōrero mo te arawa ake o tira, o te motu whānui. Ka mutu ko te rākau taumata ia, ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Nō reira te Mātārae, wets, ka nui te mihi ki a koutou katoa. Waranga mai! Aha kua mai te kaupapa mo te wāhi ki te matatini. E ora tonu ana te kaupapa ki tā wāhi, ki hea ke rānei. Engari anei tō iwi, te noho tahi nei, te haramai nei ki te whakanui i a koutou ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. O reira, e arae, maranga mai. Kia ki te koutou i te aroha nui, kia koutou anō, i tō iwi ko tae mai nei, ki te whakanui i a koutou. Wets. Taku ari ki tau oroa, mihi nui ana ki a koe. Tira koutou katoa, te Mātārae, anei tō iwi, a te arawa, e mihi nei, e mihi nei. Ka mutu, kai ngā maunuhiri kai wanga i a tātou, koutou, ko haere tawhiti mai, mihi nui ana ki a koutou, ko hara mai nei ki te whakarāka i tēnei kaupapa whakaihirahira a tātou. Mihi ana i o koutou whakaaro nui, kia no hoki wanga i a tātou, e whakakaurera ai tēnei pō, mo te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu te take. Nō reira tēnā koutou. O tira, ko te aki tū o ngā mihi ka noho ki runga ki oku kuia oku kraua. Tēnā koutou, koutou i parai te huarahi. Te tae ai e tātou, tēnei mahi te kapahaka te mahi, ki mua i te aro o te tangata. Kia tae hoki, e a tātou tamariki mokopuna, te kawe, i e nei mahi ki te apōpō. O reira, kei ngā kuia, kei ngā kraua. Aku matamata huanga katoa, o ta tū mai nei, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Kia ora tātou.
Tēnā koe, Cousin Dan, hoi anō tātou e te whare, nei rā te mihi mahana ki a tātou. E tika ana tā Dan, koeira tō tātou nei kaupapa, arā, ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Te mihi atu ki a koe, e te uri a te kāpai waho. Me mihi kā tika ki a koe. Me te toko mahano hoki no taua o ngā kuia kraua te kāpai waho. Nō reira, Ko wai tēnei kei mua i a koutou, ko Mercia ahau, mena kāre koutou i te mōhio. No hoki, I've got a little bit of housekeeping. So first up, yay, my first speaker has just arrived. So tēnei te mihi, kia koe mātia, kia ora. No hoki, awesome. Second piece of housekeeping, does anyone have a guitar? 101, when we're having a hui like this.
10 haka groups in the building and no guitar.
Too. No guitars, right. Who's on concert, Anaha? Can we sort a guitar? We need a guitar anyway. That's the second one. Somebody's got us sorted, awesome, great. Next kaupapa. He kaupapa, mena ka tiro ki ngō tepu, kare kau he inu waipiro. Sorry about it. But kei te ratu taha, ara ko te pāpara kauta, ka tae koe te haere ki reira, hokona te inu waipiro. Wai maria ai, cuz.
Well, you know, I've seen a few nannies go to the bar prior to us starting. That was like about half an hour ago. My crikey's nannies, they greasy. Because the koros can't drive you home because they've been at the bar too, so.
Ko te kaupapa tuatoru, ko ngā whare paku, whare iti, kei te rātu taha, kei te taha o te whare pāpara kauta, anō hoki kei tēnei taha, ka wehe atu i tēnei kuaha, tērā kuaha rānei, kei reira anō hoki we te hio ngā whare iti. He wāhi auwahi kore, mena e hehiana, you're getting bored with this one, but if you do want to have a smoke, go on down to the corner of Amoho and Randolph Street, and there you'll find Todd McClay's office. Go puff your life away down there. Ka pai? Sorry to all my cousins, I know who like that. But that's our housekeeping. Kia kahara tātou i tēnei pōtiaki, ia tātou ka huri anō ki a koe Dan, kia whakanui i tēnei o ngā kaupapa, nā wai tēnei kaupapa i whakatū.
Tēnā koe mai cousin. I mua i tā tātou kai kōrero tuatai e tika ana kia mihia te komiti whakahare o te ara wakapahaka Charitable Trust. Nā rātou tēnei pō i whakatū wai. Kia tāia e tātou katoa te noho pēnei. Nō reira, ka tika me mihi ki a rātou katoa ko te komiti whakahaere. Me te whakaronui anō hoki o rātou ki tō tātou rangatira ki a Wetini, ka mutu ki te kapahaka anō hoki o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Kāre tō tātou tiamana i konei, kei Hawaii ia, kua haere ia ki te kāhui, i haere ki reira ki te whakakanohi ia tātou, ki te kaupapa nui ki reira. Hoi anō, e tuku tonu ana ia, tōna aroha nui ki te kaupapa, o tira ki a koe wets, koutou ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, i tana korenga i konei, anei ahau, anei mātou, te toi ngō te kumiti, hei māngai mōna, e tutuki ai, tērā, o ngā kaupapa i tana korenga. Nō reira, tātou katoa, tēnei wā, ka tukuna atu te rā kau kōrero ki tā tātou kai kōrero tuatahi, ko ia tētahi o ngā i rāmutu, o wets, tupu ake ia i roto i te mātotorutanga o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Ko ngā kurahuna katoa o te kapa, ka iaia, ku kueo ia, i e rao ngā huatanga, ka mutu, kāre kore nōna te maringa nui, i tērā o ngā tupuranga. Nō reira, ka whakanui i tā tātou kai kōrero tuatai, haramai, mātia.
Ai, haramai mātia, ka apai darling. Kia mōhio mai hoki tātou, ko Wetini Swainson me tai ngātai. I whānau mai ia i te tua ono o hune i te tau ko tahi mano i warau rima te kaumā waru. Ki te ata kura kingi, rawa ko Minerapa, me tai ngātai. For those of you who don't know, and I'm pretty sure Mātia will talk about this, he grew up alongside the rangihirea whānau, so ka whakaro kia uncle hoki i tēnei wā, Uncle Anaru, ki tērā o ngā rori o Amy's. Kei reira tonu te papakainga o te whānau. I kuraina ia I te kura o Hato Mikaere. Ara anō hoki ko te te wana tino pou ara ko tō rātau kraua ara ko te hau. Nō reira, anei mātia, kai a koe te wā.
Tēnā kōrua, whakanui nei ia au I tēnei wā. Kia tū ki mua I a koutou, e te whānau, e miharo. Proud to be Te Arawa and to look around and see Te Arawa waka, Te Arawa tanga. Reira, tēnā tātou, I just showed up late. One thing I've inherited from my uncle is that being late. And so, hoi anō, I'm here te whānau. I'm proud to be here, te tuatahi ake, ka e tikana, kia tukunātu ngā mihi ki o tātou kōeke. Rātou, ngā rangatira. Tātou e whaiwhai haere ana I ngā tapuai, e waiho mai nei. Mō tātou, nō reira, kei waka kōeke, tēnā koutou. Katoa, hākoako ana, te kite I a koutou I tēnei ahi pō. Tūpakari ana mō tātou mō te aroa, tēnā koutou. Tēnā tātou E te whānau. The kind of the logistics side of Te Mātārae, I'll leave to my auntie Tui. I'm here to speak not on behalf of myself, but my whānau, my cousins as well, so I'm a bit nervous because I'm not that prepared. I've got a few notes here to whānau to try and keep me on a guideline so that I don't go too wee wāwa. Hoi anō. E mihi ana. Would be, I guess, remiss of me not to speak about the 1990s. Nā hoki. That was the time that inspired us as cousins to inevitably be a part of Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. 96, 98. Nā ka hoki ngā mahara ki e rawara. We're so in awe and inspired by not only Te Mātārae but everyone else as well. Rangi wewehi, tūhaurangi, elegance, pride, all of that. Come over. And then of course, Wakahuia, Tomika come out, 96, Lion King, and I think I speak on behalf of a lot of brothers here when I say he inspired us to be a Māori, long hair and a mean body. Not only the boat Tomika, but we had Waihirere as well, the likes of Logan representing Maui with the fish hook. Now that all inspired us as kids, especially myself. I was only 5 years old, but I remember that vividly. Watching our kapa as a kid thinking, far out, when I get old, that's what I want to be like. And then you had all these elegant groups, and then came my parents, my uncles and aunties, Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And it was almost like someone had teleported into the 1800s. Seen a tribe that had just finished a cannibalistic feast and then brought them into the 1990s and said, here, perform. So that was Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, kai tangata. And that's, I think back to those times. Here we go. I think back to those times at Te Whānau and think, just proud to be Māori and to think, man, those are my uncles and aunties up there and my parents, and to think that's just so different to everyone else. Was everyone else proud of our group? Because hoi anō, I know we were, and that style grew into us. And over years we just knew, that's the kapa destined for me and my whānau. It was Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And then fast forward to whānau too. And you know, I kind of apologise because as I speak about my uncle, I feel like I'm speaking about myself. And it's just, what I'm saying at whānau is that in my humility, I don't want to. But tonight was an exception because we're here to whakanui Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. That's what I mean. Nō reira, ko te whakanui tātou I takamatua, so that's what I'm here to do at whānau. Hoi anō, fast forward to kind of your early 2000s, 2002, It's when Mātārae Māori Village was established. And I'll speak to Mātārae Māori Village because that's played a big part of our whānau. It was an anchor that brought our whānau together at that time, passing of my grandmother, Te Atakura Margaret Mātārae. She was the anchor of our whānau, and I know we all have that similar experience where the anchor, the patriarch or the matriarch of the whānau pass away. There's no longer an anchor to bring your whānau together, and that's what Mātārae was for us. It was a place that we could learn, a place that we could sing in haka. It was a place that we could just come together and be cousins, be whānau again. And that's what Mātārae gave to us, but not only the Mātārae whānau, a lot of other whānau out there as well that were part of getting Mātārae off its feet. There are a lot of whānau out there, and I don't want to start naming people because kei ware. But all the cousins were there. Hoi anō, Mātārae provided us with sustenance, particular lifestyle, growth and development, learning many different parts of it, whether it was cleaning the grounds, bartendering, doing the dishes, and on top of that, kapa haka as well. And so that's everything that Mātārae provided for us as a whānau. And of course, Mātārae was the manifestation of Uncle's thoughts at the time. And we were there to just take it forward, no reira. Mātārae Māori Village was there as well, and around that time, Matarua Maurako was set up under the tutorship and mentorship of Matua Tuki. And a lot of my cousins were part of that. Not myself, I wasn't fortunate at that time. It's too young. Hoi anō. Matarua Maurako was there, Māori martial arts, and then we had the ope taua as well. Now, often, and you've probably seen it as well, at tangihanga, Uncle Ed would get us together as a ope taua and would honour our loved ones in that way. And that was such an integral part of Te Mātārae. And so what I'm saying here, Te whānau, is Mātārae transcended kapa haka. It was more than kapa haka, it was a business, it was a lifestyle for the kids. It was a ope taua, used to honour our loved ones. We had other kaupapa as well, V8 supercars. I remember being part of that ope taua many years ago. There was foreshore and seabed. There was another awe-inspiring experience that we felt that we got to experience as kids. Watching our uncles come down in their maro and rāpaki, representing and fighting for our rights. And those are the rights that we're fighting for today at Te whānau, against this government. No reira, back then they were fighting their fight, and just to see men and maro and rāpaki, it was just such a masculine look. It was vicious, it was kaitangata, and that's been ingrained in us, and inevitably would be in Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Hoi anō e Te whānau. Fast forward from then to mid-2000s, it's kind of 2010. We're kind of at the age where we could trial for Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, and all the trials and tribulations that come with trialing on a team. We all know that feeling. It's not all sunshines and rainbows, but it all builds a stronger character. And that's what kapa haka does through all its trials and tribulations. You become better as an individual. And so a lot of my cousins are accountants, and that's all inspired because of Uncle. Uncle has a very entrepreneurial mindset. So he transcended kapa haka, he started kapa haka as a business. And my cousins are that way as well. And I think that's inherited through our tupuna, moko. From Te Whakatohea himself, he was an entrepreneur. And so I think that gene comes down to us, Te whānau no reira. Just proud to be of the same ilk, of the same bloodline as my uncle. And I know I speak on behalf of not only myself but my cousins, but also the wider community of Te Arawa, because Te Mātārae at the end of the day is Te Arawa waka, and that is us, Te Arawa waka, Te Arawa tangata. So 2010 era, fast forward to present, kind of 2015 to now. We never thought it would come to an end, but Uncle Wet year after year would tell us that ko tai te wā kia moe o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, and this was back in 2015. And so every year we kind of took as a last stand, knowing that Uncle may have put Mātārae to sleep. 2015, and so it was really the Roropu, the group that kept Uncle Wet coming back and doing his thing. And many years later, 2023, Uncle Wet decided to fold the group, to put the group to sleep. And just as a voice for my whānau, I can say that we're all proud to be a part of this legacy. We're all proud to be part of his ilk, his bloodline, but not only his bloodline, all of your bloodline, to be proud of Te Arawa Waka, Te Arawa Tangata, all descendants of Tamata Kapua, Ngā Tōhoirangi, Atua Matua. Nō reira te whānau ko roa waku pahu hoi anō e mihi whānui atua na kia tātou I tēnei ahi pō. I'd like to finish my kōrero in the great words of our Uncle Bob Marley, who said, "Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold." Tēnā tātou.
Hara mai Maria. Hara mai Maria.
Is it on? Oh, ngā mihi. Oh, just wait. Sorry. Ngā mihi. Oh, we're singing in front of kapahaka experts. Anyway, I'm singing tonight for my sister Tuihana on behalf of her, and we started singing in primary school, like a lot of our really talented kids that are, in our community, and. She had sports and music. I used to be really envious of her because I had music, but I'm happy with music now. But I was thinking, man, you got both. But here's a beautiful song. She used to like me singing opera. It's from the opera Giannis Kiki. It's basically a 16-year-old girl who's got her dad wrapped around her fingers. She wants him to help her in a scheme so that she can be with the man that she loves. It's called O Mio Babino Karo, which means, oh, dearest daddy. Ngā mihi. Thank you. Bit louder. O mio babino caro, mi piace con
Tēnā koe e te korokoro tui. Maria. Absolutely outstanding. He anō e te iwi. Speaking of korokoro tui and hearing of Tuihana's name, it's also Tui's birthday, well it would be, it's her heavenly birthday, āpōpō. So to all our mitai ngātai whānau, a raharuhi whānau, ka nui te aroha kia koutou i tēnei o ngā pō. Right now, te toko maha o ngā taniwha hikurua o te ao haka, hei momo pou mō wetinei. Ara ko tētehi kei te whare wānanga o Waikato, engari ka waihoma Dan tērā e kawea. Ko tāku i te wā i te whare wānanga o Waikato, mātou ko Tui, cousin Tui, we were there and we thought, well, it's going to be cool. Why don't we start a te aroa ki Waikato? So we got all our kupu together. We had a few get-togethers, eh? Yes, we did at the University of Waikato, practicing all of our usual standard te aroa gold waiata that weren't stolen from anywhere else. They were all from here. Toitu te aroa i ngā waiata. Unfortunately, i ngara mātou, this was way before te Mātārae came on the scene, so I think we were gearing for that. But it was a great time, and I know that one of our po, his po, was Timoti Karetu. Nō reira, kei a koe Dan?
Te tau, iwa, te kaumaono, te tau i tū wai, te matatini, ki konei ki rotorua. Te Mātārae came bursting on to the national scene. From that time, 96, te atu ki tēnei tau, 2024, te Mātārae have been one of the top groups in the country of Kapahaka, under the tutelage of WETS. Kātahi te tutukihanga ko tērā. Te tau, 1996, te kai kōrero whai ake nei, mea ana, te wā, pānuia i ngā hua. Mea ana ia, and the best puns in the business. Ko Timoti Karetu tērā, ko ia te kai kōrero whai ake nei, kāre ia, i haere a tinana mai, engari ko ia tērā, ka tuku i ona whakaronui, tōna orohanui ki a koe WETS, tira ki a koutou ko te Mātārae. Ko Timoti Karetu tēnei.
Kei te tamaiti wētini. Koe ke rā ki te wā, i mihi ai hi te ao haka. Kau e te awa noiho. Nō reira, ko tātou wai te pātai e rere nei i wanga te ao haka. Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, kei hea koe. Nā i roto i te rā pātai, kei te pātai tia, kei hea koe wētini. I whakatauira nei te taumata kia ekea e tēnā kapa, e tēnā kapa. Whakamātau ana rātai ki te whai a koe. Ki te takahi i o tapuai, ke taumata. Ko te mea kāre te mōhiotia, ko tō wairua whakaiti. Ko tō wairua ngā kau nui mai ki au i roto i ngā tau. Mai a tau i te whare wānanga o Waikato, i tū ai koe, i te taho te kapa ki rungo tūranga waiwai. I o tau, tō tau, i te panekiretanga o te reo. Haere nei ngā tau e hia kēnei o te ao haka, o te ao whakataitai. E mai maharānau ki tō pātai mai ki au i a tāua i te wā i tū ai te matatini ki roto Ngāti Whātua i te tau iwa te kaumāha kēnei. Ko tō pātai mai ki au, me aharawa au e tō ai. Kāre i roi muri mai tērā, nāua no tō pātai whakautu. Nā tēkenga o me tō kapa ki te taumata ko whakatauire te e koe, tēkenga ki te toa. Nō reira, ko tāku he koanga ngākau ki te mihi nui kia koe. Ahau, roto i ngā tau nei ka hoki ki tō karangataka pāpa kia irirangi, me ngā tāngata i tautoko i a koe i roto i ngā mahi nei. Ko koe te tauira o te ao haka ki au, wetini. Kia koro te hia ngā āhuatanga o tēnei me o te kai tāta ki tāne, ki au nei, kāri tu atu i a koe. Nō reira, kia mihia koe e au, kia mihia koe te ao haka, kia mihia koe tō iwi, kā tika. Nei reira tēnā koe i tēnei whakatairakatanga i a koe. Ko hau kei te tautoko, kei te tautoko rawātu. Ai marika wetini, tēnā rawātu rā koe.
Ka haere tonu ngā mihi i tēnei wā cousin. Ko tēnei o ngā mihi, he tuku aroha anō hoki tēnei, nā tēnei o prata, ko tira, kāre tāre, te pai a tinana i tēnei wā pō. Nō reira, e kiriata anō o te, e mihi kau atu ana ki a koe.
Hei te tāmira.
Nō reira e te whanaunga o Ngāti Whakau e uri nā pūkaki e kore hoki tō mura e tīnaia. Ka mura tonu. Nō reira hoki atu ki o tūpuna o te arawa e tatari ana kia koe e au tō moe.
Tērā te tihi whānau, ko te whānau murihara tērā, i ka hatai toko, ai a wets, tira i te whānau katoa, whānau mi tai ngā tai, i te whakahaere o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. I whakatina hia, tērā tau toko, tērā o hanui, i tā rātau whaiwahi atu ki te kaupapa. Arā, ki te tātou, ko tō tātou, māreikura, tā lei tērā, Taini, anō hoki tērā, whaiwahi atu ki te kaupapa, kāmutu, ko te tikanga ia, he kōrero anō tā tātou. E mea tuku e ten, o reira, kia re te mai tātou mo te kōrero a timuera, e whakanuia ai te kaupapa tērā.
A tēnā koe, wetini, me tō rōpū, he tautoko noa hoki ngā mihi ngā kōrero i taina ki rungi a koe, me tō rōpū. Kei Dallas a hau i nai nei, nō reira kei te mihi mai oha ki a koe e hoa. Also, the way you elevated all your performers and have given them seeds that they can develop for the rest of their lives. Particularly Tiny, my sister, and all my nieces and nephews. A lot of us groups were kind of still and just stood in the same place for most of the items. You showed us what was possible, e hoa. We all know the effect that Irirangi had on the world of kapahaka, and you and your rōpū just took it so much further. E mihi mai oha ki a koe e hoa. You showed us.
I nui te waiata, tautoko, whakakōrero tāku. Prior to te Mātārae coming onto the scene of kapahaka. Choreography, kapahaka-wise, was largely confined to boxes. Box on the stage, move over here, yeah, like that, box. Tai waiata Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Ko e tini tērā, I huaki ia I te pōka. He opened the box, and inside the box he sees, ooh, there's some shapes in this box. So those shapes ended up becoming alive on stage. All of a sudden we had circles, we had triangles, we had diamonds, we had the box lifting up, twisting, thrown around the stage. And that was the beauty, the dynamic, whakaaro and the inspiration that te Mātārae brought to te ao kapahaka. Before Miri comes up, As a waiata. I was in Rarotonga last year. We were over there with our kapahaka. And I reira mātou, I rongo mātou i te kōrero, ko moe a te kaupapa, ko moe a te Mātārae. I reira hoki a te wāta, harama ia, ki te taha o tō tātou kapa o te hekarangi. And whai wā, mātou ki te tangi, i te āhuatanga o te kōrero. Kamutu, this is the message that I sent to Wets. Kia ora na Wets. Just want to send my love to you and to say that the world of kapahaka won't be the same without you and te Mātārae. You flipped kapahaka on its ass and put a brand and style out there that no one can ever replicate or compare to. There are many that try, but never reach the heights that you have. You have had a huge influence on te ao haka and us as tutors and custodians of the craft. And I thank you for all you have done. Much love and respect, Wets.
If I can Te Mātārae, kei a koutou te wā me tēnei o ngā waiata tautoko. Whai muri tēnei o ngā waiata tautoko ko te wā kai. So just bear with us after that whilst we navigate our 300 odd people in the room. So kei a koutou te wā kai muri rā te tehi o ngā rakuraku. So we found one. Thank you, 101. Bring the guitar. We've got one down the back.
Kia tere mai.
Kia tere mai, kia kama, ki mua, urihia.
Tēnā koutou. Kei ngā toki o te ao kapahaka. E mihi ana. Whew, some of those old dogs still got it, eh? Up.
Love it, cousin. Yes, they were warming us up for dinner. Nō reira, ko tai ki te wā mo te kai, ko karakia ke te kai. Nō reira, we've got a little bit of housekeeping to do because whilst our kuia, our koeke, ngā tai pakeke o tēnei ruma, e haere ngā tahianga ki te tiki kai, we're going to be asking some of our kapa to come up and entertain. Hera, cousin.
Yep. So, pērā i ngā tikanga, haere o tātou pakeke kuia karaua ki te tiki kai, e tātou ka whakangahau. Just one item per kapa, please. Please don't say get all whakama. We all kapahaka exponents in here. So, ki te karangahia koe o tira, o tō kapa, whakaati, tahi atu, ki te atamira nei, and mahi ato mai.
Ka pai, nō reira, ko ngā tēpu i te tuatahi, kei te karanga tau ki tēnei o ngā tēpu o ngā tika kaue, tā o ngā tēpu o tūwhare toa, ki te au i ene o ngā pakeke, tēnei o ngā pakeke anō hoki, tēnā koutou mera o ngā tēpu i te tuatahi, kei a koe cousin.
Pai, so as you're getting your kai, those kapa that have been called, please come up, do your one item. Wairua pai tēnei pō, wairua pai. Kātai koe ka hoki atu ki tō te pūkai ai. And that's what we're going to do for around about the next 45 minutes or so. Enjoy your kai, enjoy the entertainment, and then we'll carry on with the tonight's proceedings.
Who's our first couple that's going to get it underway?
Ka pai,
First up gets it out of the way.
Haramai whakauwe, haramai.
Oh, ka pai. Ka pai ngā te kaue, whai muri tira, tēnā pēr ko rangi rewahi.
Anei te kita, tenga, kawea mai tō kapa.
Reminder, if you are our kapa coming up, a couple of waifu would be lovely actually. And the earlier you get your kapahaka item out of the way, it'll then free up other kapa to come up. Over here, Mariki kai.
Rangi wawahi, hara mai. Rekenga, hare roa ka tū tātai. Rekenga, hara mai. Last one and then we'll enjoy our kai. Tau o Tairo. I don't know how to play this one. Need you on the guitar. That's us, my bar.
Kai muri i te hekenga ka karanga atu ki atu haurangi. Ara, ko te hiku ai whai muri. Ko piki aurangi whai muri i tērā.
Ko ai whai ake nei.
Ko tūhaurangi,
pai, hara mai tūhaurangi.
ko te hikuai, kai murini ara, te hikuai ara ko piki aurangi. karanga tēnei ki a Ngāti Piki Ao, te katoa o Piki Ao. Tēnā, karapiua. Haere tonu. Kai muri ko tūwhare toa. te rapu a tūwharetua. E nā tātou tūwharetua whai muri I tērā. Ko te takutai moana. Ara, te aroa ki tai, tapu I ka waitaha whai muri I a tūwharetua. Ara mai te ahi. Te hoatara o ko te pupu nau mai, hara mai. Nei te mihi, kia koutou tūwharetua nai nei. Te aroa ki tai, tapu I ka hara mai te takutai moana. ko kāri mahu e te hiheo anō. Ko tēnei wā e mihi kau atu ki ngā kapa. I whakareka ai tēnei pō. I nāia nei, kai te whakaatu te te hikiriata, ai muri i tērā ko tue.
Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, Te Arawa Waka Tangata, they will be back to take to the stage and of course lift the bar from their first performance. Here they come. Ko wetini mitai, te kai tātaki tāne, ko te kai tātaki wahimiri Morrison Hare. Te iwi kia mautunu maina, you're watching live experience of Whakata Māori. Finals Day, te matanirua. Te kahu o te amorangi, here they come, te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu.
Tēnā tātou, kai taku ngare. E mihi ana I tā tātou noho tahi, kā tahi te kaupapa, mā tāhua ko tēnei. You know, us as kapa, we're forever taking the mindset of adopting the wairo of whakataita. When we forget about the hononga that we have and the closeness that we have with each other. And it's not until we have kaupapa like this that we forget about whakaaro whakataitai and we appreciate everything that we have within our iwi. And what a beautiful night, just standing here and looking back, looking at all of our kuia and our kaumātua and ko ngā pikitūranga, koutou ngā rangatiro o te ao pōpō, katahi te kaupapa tāhua. Mihi atu ana ki a tātou katoa kai taku iwi. I roto I te oronga o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, ko ngā pau whakarira tērā. E tikana kia mihi a rātou. Rātou, ko ngaro atu I te tirohanga kanohi. Oi. Hoi hoi. Rātou. Ko te whakauewanga nui o te kapa o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Rā, ko Irirangi tērā. Ko Rachel tērā. Ko Tui tērā. Ko Ankumina tērā. Rātou katoa. I whakatā kirikiri. I ngā tauwharewharenga o te manawa. Ka mutu. E whakapuke ana i te mō kaipuku. I tā rātou riro ngātu. Nō reira, e tika ana kia whai whakarohia rātou. Katoa e tātou ko ngā pau o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Ko tā tātou kai kōrero whai ake nei. Ko ia. Te manukura wahine tuatai o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Ko ia tērā i kaue i te kapa, rāwatahi ko Wets, te tau 1995, Regionals in Te Arawa, te tau whai muri atu i tērā, the next Nationals, that was held in Rotorua. Nō reira, ka tuku atu i te rākau kōrero ki a koe, Tui, haramai, ki te whakanui i tō tātou rangatira, o tira ki te tuku i ngā raumaharatanga, mō tō tātou kapa o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu.
Orangi te hi whakairaira te tūpuna I horei. Ko manawa koto koto te tapairu, nā rau ai aitia ko rākai au. Ko kawatapu ārangi ko apu moana. Ngā pautai ki mō ngā moana o roto mā roto ehu, roto iti o kāreka roto kākahi. Tiki tapu hoki. Ki a rākai au ko Ngāti rongo mai, ko Ngāti take take, ko Ngāti tū matawera. Ki a kawa tapu ārangi ko Ngāti hinerangi, ko Ngāti heke maru, ko Ngāti piki awa, ko Ngāti kawiti hoki. Ki a apu mō ana ko Ngāti tamatea tūtahi. Nā ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, kai tangata. Kai te tahatonga mā whete o te roto iti. I ngā rā o nā matai atu haurangi ki a Ngāti te wiwini o rongo. Tēnei rohe nui, tēnei takiwa nei e. No te waia te tākinga mā, kariro iho e ngā tokotoru a manawa koto koto. Ka mau he pā ki te Mātārae nei, I raro I te mana o Ngāti rongo mai. Nā wai ko ia te whakapau na muhia, e te ariki o Ngāti rongo mai a te irirangi kairau, te pau o uru I ka tahuri o rangi tiaki awa. I te tahi rōpū mahi tapere, ka huaina ko te rōpū haka. O te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu o Ngāti rongo mai. Ka u ko ngā uri pakatupuranga I roto I ngā torotoro ngā hoki raro I a rākai au. Hei kawe I te rākau taupai ahaha. I roto I tēnei wā, ko te marae tapu hei pakaturanga wai mo tēnei rōpū ko tapu ai kura o hatupatu. ko te hiukura, ko ngā pū manawa e waru o te arawa tangata, te arawa waka. Ki wai atu hiko apu mō ana ko hine mihi hoki. Nā runga i tēnei pepeha iu wai, a Ngāti Tarāpai ki oka taina. E ainoa ki te whakatau aki, a Ngāti rongo mai. Wai honoa te kapo wai o te pūkenga i tā pui mai e ngā toroirangi. Hai whakaangi te koro wai kuratapu a rākai au, hei oahanga ake. Koenei ngā kupu, a tō tātou karaua, a te irirangi, mō tēnei rōpū. Nā reira, ka hoki ngā mahara, ka kitea ngā kanohi, ka heke tonu ngā roimata, ka whiunga tonu te hupe, ka tukua te aroha o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, kia tātou katoa e huitahi mai nei, i runga i te karanga o te hui nui whakaharara nei. Kai aku nui, kai aku rahi, kai aku tuākana taina, kai aku pakeke, kai aku koeke, kai ngā kiri tangata, kai ngā kārangarangatanga hapu, huri noa o te wako o te arawa, mai maketu ki tongariro, mai tongariro ki maketu, tēnā tātou katoa. Whānau, aroha, and a willingness to learn are the anchor and the foundation of any potentiality and any greatness of any cluster of people. 1993, Irirangi put in a group to the Te Arawa Kapahaka. He named it Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And this group would come to fruit as soon as Wetini was ready to take over. That happened in 1994 at the inaugural meeting on the 29th of August, and it comprised of Wetini's whānau, Ngāti Pikiao, Ngāti Rongomai. And at that time, Paula Enoka was the female leader until I arrived shortly after. And that was because Wet visited our home every day on his lunch break from Rotorua Boys High School, encouraging me to think about joining this new group, but just not as a performer, as a co-tutor and a co-leader. At that time, I was in Ngāpu Manawa i Waru, because all my sisters were there. But anyway, my mother encouraged me to think about that, because in all my kapahaka life from 2 years old, Wetini was the only one that offered me leadership. And my mother encouraged me to think about that. And so it was to be. I left Ngāpu Manawa in tears because Wiremu wouldn't talk to me. But I came across my first rehearsal officially was at Iriri Kapua, Hinemo Point, with the group. And here we are, a part of the foundation that would set a high benchmark, not just a creative benchmark, but a benchmark that included our traditional art forms that hadn't been seen for a long time. Both Wetini and I were into that type of haka, you know, bringing back kai ora ora, pōhuatau, pōkeka, ngeri, all the genres that weren't common in the kapa haka sphere throughout this country. There was maurako, patu, everything actually, all those art forms that were rarely seen in the kapa haka scene back then. And because we were expert in the wielding and manoeuvring of those weapons, that became the trademark, the blueprint, the footprint for te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, and that's a fact. After 1995 and 1996 performances, the whole country started doing what we had led on those two stages regionally, and here we were the hosts in 1996. So I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the first group of te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, beginning with Wetini and I as the leader tutors. I'll read the men first so that, you know. After Wet, there was Lincoln, Tiare Savage, Richard Te Hau, Mitai Ngātai, Te Mata I Kutua Tahuri Orangi, Grant Ngāhona, Skip Savage, Te Kāho Tāwhara, Tuki Te Rangi Rongomai Curtis, Turipuku Dara Raharuhi, Aaron David Cooper, Tiakiawa John Tahuri Orangi, Ben Pene Te Huki Maika, Te Piki Kōtuku Te Rangi Hayata, Jason Lee Meteo Hicks, Manuera Hohepa, Wiremu White, Christopher, Rupert, Cairo Hunuhunu, Te iwi ngohe ngohe, Dave Tahuri Orangi, Delamere Tahuri Orangi, Tipene Ruru, and Tipene Clark. The woman were Ritihia Naomi Kireopa, Paula Enoka, Rawinia Eranora Mitai Ngātai, Melody Mariana Mitai Ngātai, Merehira Mamairoa Te Rangi Hayata, Mele Peleti, Alex Muai Kingi Peleti, Pare Tūranga Veronica Kautai, Tuihana Alice Raharuhi, Hine Kukutirangi, Kiriwai Danielle Cooper, Sylvia and Elizabeth Tahuri Orangi, Christine Tirangi Clayton, Mariana Te Rangi Hayata, Jeanette Makoha Gardner, Iris Jones Pirika, Wikitoria Te Tuara Kauri Charmaine Cooper, Tutu White Koutai, Charlene Pater, Rawinia Naira. Our guitarists in 1995 were Lawrence Lorenzo Tamamatu Raureti Tahuri Orangi and Pakitai Raharuhi. Our patron for our club was Ken Hingston. Ken supported all our letters applying for funding, and we got everything that we applied for with his stamp and signature on those letters. I want to acknowledge now all our supporters. They were Anthony and Helen Savage, Te Iwi Ngohe Ngohe Boots, Tahuri Orangi, and Irirangi Sticks, his wife, Clem and Tini Pater, Wirihana and Wiki Te Rangi Hayata, Auntie Hinekio Davies, Koro Leo and Nana Hine Kātene, Roka Kupa. And out of that list, everybody, there's only 3 people alive. I want to acknowledge Wet's parents, Uncle Minarapa, and Auntie Margaret Tiata Kura, mi tai ngātai. And I pay homage to my own parents, Rose Ngāpere and John Ransfield. And I haven't left any name off the lists. So, why is that a big deal for me to talk about? It's a big deal because for a lot of these people on this list didn't return to perform again in what would become a great kapa, seen, witnessed, felt in the terrain of Hawaii Tautau Aotearoa nei. These comments that I weave into my talk have come from other people over the years. The kumara doesn't talk about how sweet it is. So I've taken quotes from people that are no longer here recently, and this year in August, the group would have been 30 years old. So, okay, I'll get back to that. Right. I'd like to talk about ka hāngai taku kōrero ki taku tuahine, kia Tiny Hannah Merania Morrison. Born 15th of February 1958 and went with the horizon into the sunset on the 8th of June 2009. Today is her anniversary, everybody, 16 years. Tiny came into the group in 1996. She was hungry to join the ranks. She loved the energy and the vibration. When Tiny came into the group, she wasn't a very good poi dancer. She wasn't a very good patu wielder. But the magic that Wetini would create in the future would have her win the leadership Manukura Wahine back to back. Her unique qualities, her voice. She had the grunt, the command, the excellence in her voice for leading. And Wet saw that as a great attribute. Then there was her look, he wahine urukehu. He uri tō tika, heke iho i a Ngāto Roirangi. Ngāto Roirangi's breed of people are the urukehu people. Fair skin, coloured eyes, fair hair. Ko taini hoki tērā. He wahine manawa nui, he ngākau titi kaha, he wahine whakaihi, he wahine ngākau whita, he wahine kōmārahi, he rai pakari. Ko taini hoki tērā. And we all have seen the fruits of what she brought to her leadership over the years. That's one of the great things about Wet. He knows how to bring out the best in people despite any weaknesses in their performance. And he knows how to create and manipulate how one works on the stage so that they are seen as champions, as leaders. And he did that all for Taini. He huia tūrai, like a huia feather, standing upright in the tiki-tiki of a leader, but standing outrageously, uniquely, and seen. He huia tūrai. Nā reira, Taini, your elegance and pride, nō te waka o Tainui, nō te waka hoki o Te Arawa, nō te waka hoki o Aotea, e moe, tēnei pōnei e te tuahine, hoki wairua mai koe ki Wainganui a mātou, ki te areare mai o taringa, ki ngā kōrero whakahihi ki runga i a koe. Nā reira kei te tuahine, e moe, e oki. Now I'm going to talk about kei te kōrero au mo taku tamahine, a Tālei Roimata Morrison. Born in Ahuriri, Napier, the 4th of November 1975, and she left us on the 16th of June 2018. And her anniversary is coming up in a few days. Why do I call her taku tamahine? Because I was in her life from a baby. I just want to mention her mother and I were best friends. We went to university together. She was our baby in the pram at all the protests. We protested right throughout this country, Sandy and I, and she was the youngest person there in the pram. Tailei's nature, she was calm. Here are the words. She was very talented, naturally. She was a creator and an innovator thinker and a great teacher. He tamahine piripono, he ngākau tō mau, he ngākau pono. He wahine manawarahi, he kiri whakauka, he wahine ngākau nui, he wahine marohirohi. he wahine uekaha. She continued the legacy of her Auntie Tiny, and Auntie Tiny was her greatest idol. So, from this one family and all these huia tūrai, it would talk about the calibre of leadership in the woman. Once again, Wet helped these women to shine, utilising their talents and attributes and gifts, giving them encouragement and confidence so that they could carry out the tasks of leadership. And they both did a fantastic job. You would agree. I want to talk about Wet's first wife, Rachel Clare Te Himene Wāhi Tapu Wynyard Mitai Ngātai. Rachel was born the 28th of April 1961, and she left her post on the 21st of June 2006. Wet's best friend and his best critic, his sweetheart and mum to Te Hautahi and Te Pō. His backbone that allowed him and encouraged him to be who he is, who he was. A woman of dedicated devotion, ardent, fanatic, zealous. She kept Wet on track, his most avid supporter, quietly in the background. She worked tirelessly and unselfishly to keep their home fires burning. Supported all Wet's entrepreneurial endeavours, travels and businesses, always providing the necessities of life in their humble home. He ringa manaki, he ringa raupi, he ringa tauwhiro, a Rachel. That became my second home those years, working with Wet. We did a lot of those hours at Westbourne Ave with the support of his beautiful wife. Following 2006, after her terminal illness, Wet was devastated. It took him a few years to find his mojo and get his inner power back. And when that occurred, he was ready to do battle on the stages. Talking about that, when we started off in 1995, we had nothing. But what we had was whānau, we had love and aroha, and we all had a willingness to learn. In fact, these are the stats. There are only 6 of us that had had any prior senior competitive experience. So we grew, we evolved, we shaped, and we formed the very first Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And that year we had Irirangi alongside us. Unfortunately, he would pass a few years after that, a few months after that. And so the responsibility of running a group with all these differences is what Wet encountered. Now, I want to talk about Irirangi Cairo, Te Pau o Uruka, Tahuri o Rangi Tiakiawa. Born on the 1st of December in 1941 and sunsetted on the 29th of August 1995. Ko te tumu whakarai o te whare tū taua a tū matauenga. Ko ia, ko ia. The founder of our club and group, the symbol of the excellence that we would aspire to, and a dedication throughout a remarkable journey of 30 years this year. Raised by his kuia karauia and his karaua tiakiawa and all those giants of all his karangatanga hapu, mainly his kuia karauia. There was a time when Irirangi was under the tutelage and mentorship of the great leader of Ngāti Porairangi, Kani Te Ua. There, Irirangi sharpened his skills around maupatu. And you were very privileged and honoured if you got to be a student under that karaua. Many, many years later, Irirangi would teach all Kani Te Ua's people from Te Tairāwhiti the arts and craft of the long-staff weapons. And that was something he was able to give back to that karaua. In fact, these young men and women throughout the motu still wield their long-staff weapons and their short club weapons the way they were taught. So that's a testament to him and his teaching. Kia maiwa ko taku tungane a Witini. Kare kau he tangata tuatu I a te irirangi. He kirikawa ki te mata o ngā rākau. He kirikawa ki te haka me ona tikanga katoa. He korokoro tui. He ngākau ki ona kiritangata. He uri o Homairangi o Mākura Tāwhiti. He wahapū karakia. He tohunga o te whare tūtaua. Te tōtara haimata o te wauku nui tapua tāne I tōna wā. Te takere waka nui anō hoki. The greatest traditional and contemporary performing artist and weaponry exponent ever lived. The level of mastery has not been witnessed to date. Attention to his elastic legs and feet work. Koia, koia. Now, to my brother Witini Swainson me tai ngātai. Where you've always had amazing foresight for whānau to thrive and prosper. You grew up under the guidance of Koro Kema, Koro Tengarangi Tauira, at times Uncle Sambo Mitchell, all our nannies from down there, Ngāti Whakaue Kaipapa. So you were groomed by all those mentors and all those giants. And then one day, your mum's younger first cousin came to live with you, and that was Te Irirangi Kairo, Te Pau o Uruika, Tāhuri o Rangi Te Akiawa. And he stayed there with you for 18 years. You had an eye, Wet. You had an eye for detail. Because I'm not really sure if Irirangi actually taught you. I think that you were able to copy what he used to practice on your front lawn down Amy's Road. You were a great listener and an observer. And what you did is that you looked after your body. You were really conscious about your fitness and about your strength physically. I know for a fact that Irirangi didn't do any of that. Irirangi was imbued with natural talent and attributes. He used to run wānanga at the island, and Moti Tapua Tinirau used to run wānanga probably at Amy's Road. But Wet had the eye and the brain and was able to master those moves and utilise them in what would come into his future as the leader and champion of Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Prior to that, he had done time with other local groups here, like Tūhaurangi Ngāti Wāhiao, like we grew up in the whakaue groups. But he was able to bring his true talent and his true self to Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And the proof is in the pudding, everybody. You've seen the height of that over the years. The performances speak for themselves. And also the leadership speaks for itself. And the women leaders that Wet trained speak for themselves. That's something that's very special about you, Wet, as a leader. So that you were able to look at the quality of the leader in front of you and stretch them and take them to heights beyond their imaginations. And the proof was in their performances at regional level and national level. And so, the legacy and the history that we're talking about today, Wet, is your huge, your enormous contribution and your aroha to these art forms, to our people, not just Te Arawa people, but your own people that come from Ngāpuhi, Tūhoi, Tainui, Ngaitahu, you know, Tālei and Taini are Ngāti Kuia from the tip of the South Island. We all come from the same maunga, Aoraki. But you extended your hand, Wet, with your aroha to people that were willing to come under your guidance, under your leadership, to learn and to accelerate and to elevate and all those wonderful things that have happened over the years for people. And that support from all the people that came under your leadership is a mark of how remarkable and extraordinary you have been as a leader in your own groups, to your own family, to the community of Rotorua Nui a Kaumata Momoi, and to all our karangatanga hapu. And I say that all with aroha. wet. I just want to talk about today is Wet's eldest sister's birthday, Aneta Hicks. Tomorrow is Tuihana's birthday. If you don't know who Tuihana is, she led Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu 1 year. She is a younger sister to Wetini, and more recently we lost Tuihana to a terminal illness. And then there's the all sixes man, that's Wetini, born on the 6th of the 6th month. 2 days ago, he turned 66. So we acknowledge all our family. We acknowledge them because we are great, because we come from our families. Our identities come from within our family structures. Wetini is not only mean on the stage with weaponry and all that, but he has a very gentle and soft side. When I was really intimate with the Mātārae family, all their boys, all Wetini and his brothers, were men on this waka that showed their affection and their love to their siblings, to their children, and to all their mokopuna that follow. Now that is a rare quality here. That is a rare quality, and I mention that because that family, the Mātārae family, are all like that. They're all like their mother, and the gentleness is like their father. And I think that these are really important things to acknowledge, because those values that Wetini and all his family grew up on was all about aroha. Aroha tētahi ki tētahi, aroha ki ngā mokopuna, ki ngā tamariki, and aroha ki ngā taonga tuku iho. Ara ngā mea o te kapahaka me ona tikanga katoa. That is the legacy that you leave, Wet. Those are the things that I admired about you and all your family, their gentleness. But you know what, everyone? Get this family on the hockey field, and they are feisty and fierce. And that's a fact. And that quality has infiltrated in their further generations. Okay, I can carry on going over there, you rude lot. I want to say, in our first performance, I want to say that Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu are a sister club with Te Rautahi. If you don't know who Te Rautahi is, that's our auntie Ninu Rangi Mavis Tuoro's group. That was a West Auckland group that Irirangi came in to tutor at a time, and his last standing as a performer was at the Waitangi competitions with Te Rautahi, where he did a mean Mere Pounamu exhibition, and he leaped up to the rafters of that marquee and landed gently on his knee and foot. I was a witness there. Te Arawa boycotted that competition, although Kiri Waitangi, she was a judge there. If you all know me, I've always been a rebel. So I was there too, witness to all of this. So Te Rautahi is a sister club to Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And after the competitive stand here, at the Te Arawa Racecourse, we had a big ceremony at Henekiri a Ōpātia, Ngāti Rangitihi, and we are also a sister club to Te Wakahuia. I mean, I don't think people know those things. Maybe you don't see any value in knowing that. But I'm here to talk about the history, the first 2 years. And I only read the 1995 list. I mean, I have the 1996 list here, but it doesn't matter. 1995 list, because whenā te tuāpapa o tēnei rōpū haka o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Kei a mātou tērā āhuatanga. After that, we've just had so many babies born to all the members of this club, who are all kapahaka exponents. And I was really hoping that Te Manu Taiko would come up and dance. This is Wet's youngest son, Wet and Lara's son. He is so talented. So it just oozes out of his whole body. But I can't see him around, so te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu, someone need kaki, hei kona mai. Hara mai. Te piki kōtuku, hara mai.
Kia ora tātou. Tēnā koe tui, i o kupu katoa. Hoi anō, mihi ana ki a tātou, kai aku kuia, kai aku kraua, ka re tōro te wāhi ki a tātou, hei a taiho ake nei tātou ka whakakapi. Hoi anō, e toru anō ngā kai kōrero o te pō, no reira, kia kahara tātou.
Tēnā no tātou, ko tēnei o ngā kai kōrero, he raukura no te kura o raukura. He tauira anō hoki i raro i hoi ngā parirau a Wetini i te wā, e whakaako ana Wets i te kapahaka o raukura. Nō reira, kimi ora nau mai, taki mai ki runga i te atamira, kia kōrero mai e pāna ki wau nā mahara. O tō wā, ki te kura, ki te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu hoki. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, tui, Rana Peter Ransfield born? No. Hoi anō, e tikana kia tōwa i tia nā mihi ki runa i a koe wet. Ki runga i a tātou i tēnei pōnei. Ka tika hoki nā kōrero, ko koe tēnā, he kai ako. Kai ako ki te kura o raukura, o i tētahi o nā hia i te kura i tērā wā. Ka mutu ko Pūkenga, whakaako i te reo Māori, kōrero i nā kōrero kēhua, wai kau. Koena tana kōrero, and only the boys will know what I'm talking about. Pakanui te mihi kia koe wet. He ori te tonu ki ngā kōrero a tui, and tēnā koe me nā kōrero tui, hoki ngā mahara i te rongotanga atu i o kōrero i tēnei pō. Mai mahara ana kia rātau kāri i konei i tēnei pō, ka mutu e tika ana kia mihi ake kia koutou hāpai tonu ana i te rama, te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu i tēnei wā. Nā reira tēnei ka mihi atu kia koutou. Ako mutu nā kōrero ōkawa e homa, get ready for the circus now. Kararanga noa nā puke huruhuru o te teke a hine tūtama. Hei rapu i te ora tangata, hei whakaputanga ki te whai ao, ki te ao mārama. Te whakatūwheratanga o te tarahaunga nei taka i hokona raho kore tūha atiki a pōa. That there, ladies and gentlemen, was the first ever pōnaka I had read. Where did I learn it? Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu 1996 mō tētea. Tēnā koe irirangi. And we're just going to get it all out in the open, because I know that behind closed doors e homa, you know, korongo tātou I nā kōrero pai ki runa I a koe wets. But I remember this one time when you were telling all the boys, put some baby oil on, boys. Hey, this looks mean now, this looks mean when we go, you know, the Samoans do it. And then we were just going on in the regionals, and my brother and I were sitting there, we were going, oh, no, we all good, babe. If I put it on, I'll have glistening here. And on my head. No. Anyway, I'll leave that for your imagination, Homa. But that was the year that Wet came out, and then, but we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. You know, 2000 Homa was a time that we had an awesome build-up. You know, we sought funding and support from Windjammers at the time. Yeah, and you know, there was a whole lot of bonding happening. Some of us bonded a little bit too much, but we still won. Sorry, Tubbs. Maybe get to half a point. Blame it on Windjammers. Hoi anō e huama, but this one night, you know, the girls used to go to Tiny's, have their parties over there, and then, bonding sessions, and then we'd go to Wets' house, all the boys, and this one thing that we thought of one night was cowboys and Indians. Some of us went as cowboys, and we all turned up, and Wets walked out, and at that time, there was a little bit of we were giving it to manutaki at that time, because it was all about, you know, tarakau and te rā momo. And Wets walked out, and he had his awesome hair all brushed out, and it was straight as, and he was going, yeah, and he puts this bandana on. First thing I said was, hey, you look like Peter Sharples. Yeah, now that was our reaction too. We just cracked up laughing for about half an hour. You know, another thing as a student was that Wets, he didn't favour my brother and I, of course, but we always went back to Wets' house for lunch. And the one thing that we always remembered about Wets' house was that there was 30 tray of eggs everywhere at the house, like this high, stacked. And we used to go, because we never used to call him Matua, we used to call him Mr. Mitai Nātai. And so, did you eat all of those eggs? Yeah, and he was going, oh yeah, you know, health and blah, blah. And we were going, all I was thinking was, well, you always did my own relations and they munched the eggs, but yeah. Anyway, he had three egg trays. But personal story is that growing up, brought up on Mātātua ki Rotorua, Hāti as and Wed's been my teacher at school. I was fortunate enough to go to LA and I actually missed the Mātātua regionals that Mātātua was performing in at the time. Come home and then Wed said, boy, you should come to practice. We're having practice at Tārewa. Jeez, you forgot I'm in, sorry, I thought I was in Rātoki. Tārewa. And me and mai we tau, hara mai ki te prakatihi. And then I whakaru ake, yeah, okay then. And then all the time I was going, now be, te puru, Mātātua, that's me too high. Well, then next minute, go home and I told my dad, those of you that know my father, Alfred, he was quite an articulate man. And he, aki'd me to go by saying, you better get in there, can't get your bloody practice. 14 years old, and I was going, well, who's going to take me? Are you going to take me? And then he goes, no, take the car. Yeah, mate, I'm off to practice. 14 years old, driving a manual. Oh, those that don't know what a manual is, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Bit of, just like Mātārae, end of era. No. Anyway. Told you it's going to be a circus anyway, and that's how I got to practice. Lucky enough to stand in to make the team for 1996. And at that time, I remember Tipene Te Rore. He was one of the fellas that came up to me when I first got there as a young fella. Uncle Boots, of course, for Piki. Of course, Piki. Manu, remember Manu there? Benny Jar, of course, and the Beast. Those of you who know who the Beast is, Toki. Yeah. And that's when we used to call him the Beast, he would see you in the middle of the street, didn't matter where you were, and all you could hear was, the Beast. So I'm expecting that at the next Nationals, Piki Kōtuku? No. Hoi anō. Anyway, the reason why I brought up 96, and there won't be many of these around anymore, but I went digging in my treasure trove. I forgot it at home. No. Put it on. These were our first jackets that we got. But short on the sleeves, but still got it. And if you want to try it on later, nah. Smells like mothballs. Coming to Tera, then 96 we lucky enough to perform in that one. And then 98 down in Plimerton was Armageddon, because that's when my brother and Timmy Te Pō joined. No. But what not many people know was that in 99, Timmy Te Pō actually led Te Mātārae at the regionals. And when we came off, and Wits was in the ranks, and I remember coming off, and the first thing Wits said was, oh no, babe, this is the last time I'm in the ranks. I'm leading. And we just cracked up laughing, but there was a really, really cool time. 2000, well, self-explanatory. 2001 was the baby oil scenario. And then 2002, Takaparafa. Awesome times. Really, really, really awesome times. And I runga I tēnā kanui te mihi kia koe wits. You know, aha kua, etahi kōrero, he kōrero whakakata I a tātou, but those are the memories that we have. And those are the memories that you created for us. You know, you've inspired us, everyone sitting in this room, to pursue mana motuhake, tino rangatiratanga, that everyone's been having the hui about around the motu. Ko koe tērā. You encouraged us in a subconscious way to pursue the arts of our old people and also the pursuit of te reo Māori. Ko koe tērā. So ka nui te mihi kia koe. Ka nui te mihi. Ka re mutu nā mihi. Kia koe, ko titia mai ki roto I a mātou, e noho ake nei. The proof is in the pudding. You look around the room, we've got all sorts of different occupations, from doctors to nurses to strippers. Hey, some of you are looking at your table going, but I just wanted to say, I wanted to end off with this. And this, I actually got this from Dr. Anahahini, who said this at our graduation. And it comes from one of somebody that we used to look up to back in those times, Hannah Montana. And that saying goes, there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle, but sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. It ain't about what's happening on the other side. It's the climb. I runga I tēnā e huoma, ka nui te mihi kia koe wits, tātou e pai nei tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Ai, got a bit of a waiata. Oh, harapea niru. Oh, 2000 group, eh? Hara mai, 2000. 2000 e niru.
Ko puta mai te kata no reina nega te mihi ki a koe. Te mei, o tira koutou, o tira hunga, rolling down the river. Man, that reminded me of Auntie B. And of course, she'd be celebrating you too tonight, Wits. Nā tēnei uri no te aitanga mahaki, kāre roa, mā Zen koe e mihi atu, nō reira, kai a koe te wā, cousin.
Ai, ko tā tātou, kai kōrero e whai ake nei. Ai, he uri no mahaki, he ke mai i te kāwai whakapapo o ngā wehi. Kamuti ko tikana kia mihia, mōna mātua, a tani whai kuroa, ngā tau tohi tō te ao kapahaka, rā, Ngāti rau ko anku, whānau wehi tērā, ka whakāwe awa i a tātou roto i te ao kapahaka. Ngā tau ko hipake, tatu mai nei ki e nei wā ko o rāua hua katoa, e ki te atonu te ana i runga i te atamira, putano i te motu. Nō reira, nau mai, haere mai, koe tētehi o tino hoa, o tātou tino hoa tērā, ko te tāputau wehi tērā. Ara mai pada.
Kai whea ke rā hei o rangamataku Māori tanga e kai tēnei tukurāna e kai tērā tukurāna. Kai te kōraha noa pē pore mai ana e a kuni kōriro te mana te tapu te wehi te ihi. E ki atu ki te whenua o te atu ki te pō. O ki moi ki a tātou ki te ao kiko nei. Tēnei a papa wharanui tū whakiti nei kei mui a tātou. Ka moe a rangi tihi ka uputa ko tūhau rangi. Tūhaurangi maruhanga roa, nāna ko puhi awe, ahu kawa, ka puta mai ko tamatai pūno o te whakatōhea. Tēnei a te whakatōhea tū whakiti nei kei mui a tātou, koe tini tāu a tāu. Kia kore a te aroa e wareware i tōna taha whakatōhea. Whakatōhea, tamatai pūnua, ka moe a tau hei kuri ka puta mai ko māhaki. Tēnei a māhaki tū whakiti nei kei mui a tātou i te rānei. Rangi nui ai hurangi nāo ari ki kāputa ko wāhia. Tēnei a Ngāti wāhia o te waihirere, i whare tāpere o te waihirere, e tū whakiti nei kei mui a tātou i te rāne. Ka kawe mai a rātou kei rungi au i te pō, i a te wiramu kerekere. Ka kawe mai a rātou, tō pāpā nāpo, a pīmia, pāni whaitiri, maumarongo kīni, peti taihuka. Kawe mai a rātou tēnei pō hei aha, e whakanui, i tō tātou rangatiri i te pōnei. Ureira, me pēha te kōrero, tikarawa nā kōrero, ko whārikia kei mui a tātou. O ki atu, ki taku kraua, ia tukani te eua. Tika tātui, para mai te irirangi, i roto i a mātau o tūranga. Noa irirangi, i taua wā, i aiki nā kōrero. I tētahi wā, kawe atu a te kani te eua i a tīrirangi. I tērā whakataitai nui o te tamararo. Tukuna tānei mā hei kai whakawā, o te mōteatea. Te kaumārua noi ho tāna tau. I nā te mana a te kraua, te kani teo, i whakai nā kaumātua o tau a wā. O reira tērā hononga a tātou. Tērā hononga a tātou. Irirangi, hoki mai, i nā tau o te whiti te kau. Whakaako i a mātou nā iwi o tūranga. Tēnei, te whare tūtaua, te mau rākau, arāt, mau tefa, patu, e rātu āhua tanga katoa, e iwi taparahi mātaua o tūranga nui ākiwa. Ureire, e kore mātou e wareware, e kore mātou e wareware. I te tau, ori tika kau mātahi, hūnuku tō mātou whānau, mai te waihirere, hūnuku ki tāmaki makaura. Haere, aku mātou i reira ki te retire me ki i tēnei mea te kapahaka. Tērā pōhe he tērā. Tai atu mātou ki roto o tāmaki makaurau, ka tuake tō mātou ropu o te wakahuia. Nei rā tēnei, hei whakakanohi aku mātua, hei whakakanohi a te wakahuia, te waihirere, ko tā mai tēnei pō. Ureira, karawe ki te rongo i nā pōrero. Ka tika me whakanui tō tātou rangatiri te pōnei, me te ropu o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. And so whānau, we moved to Auckland in 1981. We left Waihirere behind. Mum and Dad went to Auckland to retire from tēnei mea te kapahaka. Kai atu ki te uru o tāmaki makaurau, nā kutuakana i whakahoha i a pāpaka e whakatua i tētahi rōpu.
Nā wai rā, ko te waka hui a tērā. Tai mai a te irirangi. Irirangi came and lived with mum and dad for quite some time. And just before that, in the year 1981, Irirangi also went overseas with Wairere to Papua New Guinea, South Pacific Festival. And so, to his right, ko mātou tētahi o nā sister groups, a te Mātārae, a te Rautahi. And so Irirangi was diving and ducking between between Te Rautahi and Te Wakahuia. And Mum said to him, so which group are you with? He goes, oh, Te Rautahi. Oh, what, pack your bags? Nah, he didn't say that. But Irirangi spent a lot of time with us. We're grateful, the people of Tūranga. We're grateful for what he came back and taught us the art of weaponry in the 70s. Tērā kōrero tērā. I just want to say I stand humbly tonight. I come here, I bring your pāpā with you, Wetini, my big cousin, Tuakana, a Nāpo, a Pīmia, rātou mā. And what a night for us to celebrate. Whakanui ia koe toku Tuakana. You changed the guard of kapahaka, tika tērā kōrero. Organised chaos. That's what I call it, it was just organised chaos. And then with the flick of the switch, all of a sudden, just bang, and then hala. Just went to the style of Mātārae, all in sync, out of nowhere. Tiny up the front, doing her thing. Wetini, leader of the pack. Tuki, with that eye going on the side there. Next minute, all the kids started doing it. Even the Wakahuia kids, I was going, hey, cut that out. Year 2000, I'll get to that soon. Kia ora, I'll get to that soon. So 1996, yeah, we had a special bond going. We always, you know, some of my best mates are haka mates. Even though pakanga tātou i a tātou, you know, we go hell to leather on stage. And you know, when we saw the name Mātārae, it was the top 6 back then, whānau. Tēnei mea te top 12. Ugh. I better shut up about top 12 anyway. Hey, James. But you know, when you saw Mātārae's name in that top 6, you knew you were in for a big scrap. You knew you were in for a fight. Rangiwiwi, Wairere, Ropu Manutaki. You know, we were going hell for leather back in those days, in the 90s, 80s, 90s. But one thing I will say, 25 minutes, kara kau he hoa, but after the 25 minutes, you were straight in that bear tent. And that's where the real whakataitai started. And my 2 brothers won that clear. Oh, and Howie, I forgot Howie. Well, you know, 96 we came down here in Te Arawa. After that, we went out to one of the marae, where we had a big kai together. Tahiki. We had a big kai out there together. And after the kai, after the boys building a bit of courage, our bus dad was telling us, you boys get on the bus, we're going back to Auckland. And you know, some of the boys were looking at each other and going, oh, are you going to stay? Yeah, I'm going to stay. And so we stood out there, there were 6 of us. 3 of those boys were my dad's sons. And we were going, you take one for the team, I'll take one for the team. So we stood there, we waved out to our wives. The bus left. We went straight to Kaukura Rugby Club, and we were there for 3 days. In the same undies. Because we came straight off stage. Still had the mokos, our wives left us, no bags, gears, we just had our black undies on, short singlet, and man, ka rongo te manaakitanga o Te Arawa. Don't do that, young men do not do that. 2000. Yep, Mātārae did that choral. And I said to Kim Ora, you fellas cheated, eh? He said, how did we cheat? I said, you did the choral at the end of your bracket. And plus, when there was a team on performing, you fellas were all on the side going like this. And you were putting them off. The crowd was watching you fellas. You cheated. You started your whakeke from the changing room, man. But he's right, Mātārae beat us by 0.5. Tērā kōrero, tērā. Too much wit, much respect. 211, Mātārae came to Wairinga Huka, and you know, they brought Tiny with them. And when the team's on a roll like that, hey, kore tātou e taia te karo, you can't stop a team in their tracks when they're on their way to a high. And that's what Mātārae did when they came to Wairinga Huka in 211. We lost our mother 5 days before that con, so it was pretty hard for us. But Mātārae, yeah, one of the best brackets that I've seen was 211. And they went home champions, and as I was driving off, I was thinking, oh yeah, the next one's in Te Arawa, we're going to get you back in Te Arawa. You did it to us on our whenua, we're going to do it to you on your whenua. Okia. Oiono, tērā, kōrero, tērā. These are the good times that we have as kaihaka. You know, we do. Off stage, on stage. Some of our memories together. We put that stuff all aside. I love coming down here into the Arawa country. Got some of my best mates in this room here tonight, even though we go hell to leather on stage. And but you know, this night's all about Wetini and Mātārae. That's what I mean, you know, organised chaos. They brought a whole different style in 1986 when they came on that stage. And when I saw that text that morning from Wetini saying that, you know, Gōti, whakakore ia te ropu, tangi te nākau. I was lying in bed, I had a bit of a tangi in bed, because I knew e kore tātou e kite I tērā momo, you know, tērā tua te Mātārae. And so, yeah, to all you Mātārae ones, I'll be holding auditions just after dinner. I've already got these 3 over here. Oh, no, they're wakui o mua. But hoi ono, tērā kōrero tērā, hei whakakapi tō tātou pō. I've come here tonight, Mum and Dad are here, I can feel Mum and Dad in the room. Koro Bill's here, Te Kaniteu is here. All my people from Waihirere are here to Whakanui, acknowledging Wets. And so just from our family, people just think that it's Mātārae and Te Wakahuia, but it goes back to Te Kaniteu and Irirangi. It goes back to me and Wet and we're whakatohia, eh? Whakapapa. It goes back to that history between us. And so thank you for the invitation. Tēnei a tāpata tuaki nei. Kei muia koutou, te arawa waka, te arawa tangata. Tēnei ka tukungi ki a tātou huri. Tēnā koutou, mauri huia ki a tātou katoa. Those who know irirangi, haramai ki te waiata irirangi.
tuti e te kā. Reira te mihi ki a koe tāpeta. Cousin, beautiful. Ia rongo ai I rau ngā ingoa no hoki ka tika me mihi. Ki ngā kāwai rangatira, ko koe tērā, Cousin Wes. Kai te hihia tonu a hau ki te mihi atu anō, ki te arawa Kapahaka Charitable Trust, ngā koutou anō tēnei pō, whakatika paki mai e te whare. Me te mihi anō hoki, ki tētahi wahine, o ia te pau suara, te tai suara. O weti tēnei wā ki a koe Lara, sister, me mihi ka tika ki a koe. Nau anō tēnei pō, te whānau nei, I aki, me tēnei hōtaka o te pō, I whakarite, no reira Lara, ka nui te aroha ki a koe. Kai a koe tēnei.
Kia ora tātou. Ko tai atu rā tātou ki tērā wahanga o te pō. Ka tū tō tātou rangatira. Kōrero ki a tātou whianui mui tana atu. Just I'd like to share a little bit of a story. One time that I was privileged to have the opportunity to work in kairako with wets. And at that time, whānau, believe it or not, I had hair. Straight up. Koe anō? Because I was working with Son. Hey Son, where are you? Anyway, I'll go rock up to makeup and the lady explains, oh, this is your character, blah, 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 blah. So this is the look you're going to get. And I was thinking, hey, you have to shave my hair. Yep, because this is the look we're going after. Shave. So they shaved my hair and they left the mohawk. And I was thinking, okay, cool. Mo te kaupapa te take. And she was there for about 2 hours and getting my makeup done, and then Wex walks in. Wex walks in and he stands there and looks at me and he looks at the makeup lady and goes, what the hell is that? That woman didn't look like that, get rid of that. And so, what do you do to get rid of a mohawk? Shave the rest off, so I was ever since that experience, like I'm traumatized because this is what's left of that. Yeah, that was a funny one, crack up. So, you know, I didn't even have to get my hair cut. I would have had long, beautiful, would have been right down to here by now. It's me like you. Anyway.
We all remember the rangibiwi dreads, come on guys.
Anyway, ko roa nei tātou ina hōna ki te whakakōrero, ki te whakarongo ki ngā kōrero. Ko hākari a taringa. Ko haukai a manawa I te āhuatanga o ngā kōrero I tēnei pō. No reira I tēnei wā ka tuku atu I te rākau kōrero ki tō tātou rangatira. Te kautātara o te pō, tira, o te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Wets. Tuku atu Whakanui.
Kararanga ngā hau ki te tonga, kararanga ngā hau ki te muri. Kia mā kina ki uta, kia mātaratara ki tai. Whakapuke ai ngā ngaru ki te ngaru ko ngā pōti ki ahine hopu heru ana i te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. O ki ngā mahara, kia rātau mā, engari ko tukua ngā poroporo aki kia rātau. O ki mai kia tātou ki te hunga ora, ka nui te mihi ki ngā kaumātua, kai wainga tunu i a tātou, i tēnei pō, e mihi tunu atu nei ki a koutou. Nā ko te, ko tau, Ngāti Whakau e whānui. Ka nui te aroha o te ngākau, o tēnei pō. O tae mai koutou, te whakanui, i te whakaro o tēnei matua oku. O te irirangi, nāna te rōpū i tīmata. Hei aha, hei pupuri tonu i ngā taonga, i tukuna ki aia. Ka tika hoki, i rere atu ki roto o te whānau, mai te tai rāwhiti, kani te ua, ki reira koai, ki ngā mahi a rātou mai. Ki roto o tūhoe, harano tētahi kōrero, nā tōna kuia nā kurau ia i tuku. Ki roto ki te ako i etahi tikanga no te pāiri, no tūhoe. Te amohau anō tētahi, no Ngāti Whakau e. Āra anō etahi o Ngāti Rangiwewehi, hoi anō e tangi ana te ngākau i tēnei wā. Tangi ana i tō koutou whakaro nui ki te haere mai, i roto i te makariri, i te whakarui i tēnei pō, e mihi ana ki a koutou. A tātou whakapapa, hono nei, e tika ana te kōrero, e taurahere tangata e kore e pati. Nō reira, ka tiaka i konei, te reo Pākehā, ne? Kia hau i tēnei wā, ko te reo Pākehā. I want to talk in Pākehā now because I feel I can get my message across a little bit easier. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. Thank you, really thanks. Thank you everybody. And thank you. Is that clear enough? My old cousin's over there, but I want to say, look, I started off with Ngāti Whakau e. There's Paresiri over there, and Chau Hakaraya, Koro Kima, there's Tuatini, so many of us, there's so many of us, the McRae whānau, the Timihau whānau, the Te Kōwhai whānau, all of us, Mita Wycliffe, and Uncle Gus Keel, one of them. I used to love the fireworks. We go to the hui, but there's two fisticuffs going again. And we're only little kids looking at that going, oh, and don't get in those two, don't get in their way. As soon as you see those two, you know something's going down at that. But that was Whakau. But I'm Whakau hard. My whakapapa is tororo tarangi, so I don't care. Anyway, we had a beautiful time. That was our whānau. That's my first whānau in Kapahaka. Tuatini, you were one of our kids. And when you came out, you showed those big eyes of yours. Oh, beautiful. You made us all proud. All proud. And Korotenga was happy every time he used to look at us. And some of us get a growling, quite a few of us. But Korotenga was one of those teachers. He said, boy, in my time, we whip you. If you don't all jump in time, you're going to get the whip on your legs. And that used to frighten us. But that was Whakau. And then we're performing on the stage, and all the tourists, and Koro Kima has got he's got his white singlet that he's not really wearing. He's got a white singlet on, he's got his watch, and tourists are looking at him, and he's looking at his watch. What time we're going to fish? So it's a little bit lackadaisical. We were relaxed in that time. But anyway, Wiremu said, I'm going to come back and help Whakau. And he said, we're doing the same things. I was coming back to do the same things, but we're just doing the same old things. We used to do that one program, every competition we went to, the same program. We never changed, but we got good at it. We just didn't get the marks. I had that taiaha spiel all the way down, I had it right. And every time we did, I think we did it every concert too, for the tourists. But those were the fun days, Auntie Mabel, Walters, all our whānau. So I'm glad to see Whakaue have come up. Really am. That was my heart too in my time. So good on you, Whakaue, keep it going. But I must also mention my Ngāti Wāhia family too. So I come off Te Umuaroa and Wāhia, so you got to know that, okay? If I come over there, I'll sit on the pai with you fellas, all good? So Nanny Alice was brought up over there, her name was Delo. I don't know what the hell they call her Delo for, but she was a good poi artist, that's my Nan. And Nan was a half-sister to Ruparapa, who had irirangi. That's why he came to our place. They were our brother and sister. But brothers and sisters, you don't call half. She was the eldest out of them. And she's the Rikiti family. But to my Tūhaurangi side, Kuru, I remember Kuru Aokoraua, Kuru Waka. I had the first opportunity to come and help, and then I won the leadership under Tūhaurangi. And that's all we won. But at least we got on. Hey, I remember getting on the bus and Auntie Royal, what's her name? Mere Royal. Nanny Mere. After the regional, she said, oh, I don't know why he was the leader. And then I was always said, oh, jeez, okay. I only came here because Nancy asked me to come and help. And then she said, oh, you better lead. So I led. And I was koretake actually. I lost my voice. Actually, when I came out with that big, I haven't done it before. Well, since high school. But when I came out and I did this big, kaiwara. Oh shit. I never experienced that before. Just held on to that breath. But anyway, so Tūhaurangi. But you fellas got a good chance. You fellas, just got to keep going. It's like the old saying, if you go to the shop, keep walking to the shop, don't turn around halfway and come back. We'll get there. Yeah. But I love my whānau from Tūhaurangi. Even though when I went up there, he said, oh, what's your whānau? Ngau tuara, tēnā whānau o tāua. But I think that's all of us. I'm particularly happy to see also my Ngāti Parekawa side, Tūwharetoa, is here tonight. And also Tia Tapuika. Hey, Waitaha, happy to see us all here together. What a great occasion to have you fellas here. And over the time, keep going. All of our whānau here, we're all related. Don't matter who we are, we're all related. We can whakapapa into here, there, everywhere. Heck, I'm even Ngāpuhi. But anyway, Ngāpuhi is still. You know why I like Ngāpuhi? They're rebels. They're fighting the skawanatanga. You know I'm a rebel. I had it in my blood. So that's why the whole conspiracy theorist all. The funny thing was people were saying, Te pō, how's Papa? Is Papa okay? And that was my whakatohea relation. Ka hautu, where are you? Talking about whakatohea, our cousin over here, I'm so happy to see my cousin. Ngā I didn't even know he was my uncle till he one day he said, hey boy, you know I'm your uncle, eh? Hi. But then I saw our whakapapa, yeah, it's like this. So, cuz, thank you for coming tonight, representing Papa and Mama, and all of the coast, Waihirere, all of our whānau are all the same. And you talk about tamatai pūnoa, and well, I stayed on the Tūtāmure side. He was the ugly one of the two, so you're the handsome. Tamatai pūnoa, if you know that story, he was the younger brother. And the daughter was Tau Heikuri, Kahumunu's daughter. Tau Heikuri was beautiful, but she was chosen because Tūtāmere was going to take them out for some Tāne Roroa was killed. Anyway, long story short, they went over there and Tūtāmere said, hey, you chose my younger brother, how come? I'm the chief. Well, sorry, he was handsome. So that's Ngāti Mahaki, Taitanga Mahaki, tēnā koutou. So, and again, whānau, I'm looking at all you fellas, just, and I can, I'm just happy to see all my whānau over there, Wiki, Wirihana, and Paora, and all the boys, and they're doing so awesome, the singers. Wow, Wirihana, and all those young Wirihanas, and their Ngāti. Oh, okay, te rangi, te rangi. But Wirihana was always a staunch supporter, always there. And you, Wiki, awesome to see you still here. Thank you for all your support. And the other one was Alf. Alf was a very articulate man, as the son said. And they're all like that, those Websters. I used to think, gee, those boys, don't swear in front of people, don't swear in front. But actually it's done their family really great because I think all of them swear and they're all doing well, so I think we're going to start swearing to my kids. But yeah, so many, I don't know, what else shall I say, Tipu? Oh, my son, Te Hau, he's come back from Melbourne. It's my oldest boy. My oldest boy, you know what? I'll tell you a funny story. This one's not so funny really, but our tupuna is Moko Moko. Moko Moko was hanged for the killing of Faulkner, Carl Faulkner. He was a minister over there at Opotiki. Actually, our tupuna was his friend, told him, don't come back, don't come from Auckland, they're going to kill you. And they actually did. And he got the blame, and then they hung him. And he says before he died, ka matea hau he tangata harakore. Tongohia te taura I taku kaki. Take this rope from my kia waiata I taku waiata. So that was our kraua from there. That was Moko Moko. And so to see that, and to see my son, it's said that the eldest of the children, they always get these rings around the neck when they're born. And he had two of them. The umbilical cord was twice around the neck. And that's a huri, that's the sign of the noose was still on the neck. And when they finally took him from up there, they found him, he still was under this big rock. They pulled the bones out, and there were two others. And it was a real ritual, the way the thing was. They took him out and returned his body, reinterred it back at Waiaua, back at Opotiki. So that we got 6 hapu over there. But we all whānau, all related. So yeah, that was sad about that, but I'm saying my eldest son there, Te Hau Puaniani, or Te Hau Tahi. And I'm happy to see, really tonight is about a real journey for me, seeing you fellas all getting up and listening to you fellas sing. Beautiful, beautiful harmonies, everything. For me in my time it was, when I first saw haka, I was so enchanted by it. I was only a little kid, and I looked at these boys, and they were at Rotorua Intermediate, I know it was Rotorua Primary. They got up to the haka, and I looked at them, and I thought, looked at my body, I was so skinny, and I thought, I'll never be able to be a haka man. I was too skinny. But now I've got no problem, I'm not skinny anymore. But anyway, over the time, and the haka, and all that, to see you fellas where you are at, and this journey, I think I was about your fella's age, 38, starting with the Mātārae. Actual fact, Iris came around the next morning after this big meeting. I put this name up on the board. It's called the Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. I'll write the words, you do the choreography. Oh, okay. How come you called it the Mātārae-I-Ōrehu? That's too long. No one will remember that name. Anyway, he called it. I was, oh, geez. I actually wanted to go to Ngāpu Manawa. I was going to join Wirumu and Taini. And now I had to go, oh, okay. I said, okay, yep, all right. Probably never going to the Nationals now. Actually thought that. And it was scary because starting doing all this choreography, I actually cut it right back. Because Iri started and Iri said, I'll help teach you, give you little things to teach. Hello, when I went around to his place every weekend, because he was sick, he only gave a couple of actions. And that's why we only had 24 in the group, everybody went. So after a while, we got desperate to get people. So, hey, bring the whānau and then the te rangis. They came up from Hastings. That's why I met them. I didn't know they were my whānau, and that was when I first met them. So when we got started, and it was a scary thing because too much movement, too much choreography and all that. But he said to me, you have to do these pautini, tihangaia, whioro tapotahi, whioro taparua, kurutau kakapi, kurutau, pa. And these were all the battle formations. So, Pāna, I just want to, with these last words, say that it doesn't matter what you do, you just got to do it to the best of your ability. And there is a knack. All you got to do is find that knack. Just got to find it. And be proud of who you are. And I know you are. And all I've ever done in my life is try to make people see us in a better light because we've had so much negativity. And going back into the old style was just because I felt that we were too colonized, that we were doing all this singing, the Western scale and all that stuff. But the missionaries, when they first arrived, they didn't like us, they didn't like our singing. They taught us their choral singing so that we would get rid of ours and get rid of the culture and just get it pushed aside. That's the only reason why it went that way. But I love our singing, and I love what I heard. I love what I hear on stage. Beautiful singing. Beautiful singing. So there's a power and there's an energy in that alone. Just don't forget who our old people are. Nero, I see you sitting there. Sorry, I hit his leg. I hit his leg with the patu one time when he was jumping. Sorry, Nero. And what he can when I tripped him up when we were running around the siren. And then my son, they all turned around and goes, oh shit, was that you, Dad? But what he was good because he just bounced on the ground. True story, true story. But you know, there's so many good times, high times, most of it high times, low times. No, I can't see. I probably a low time was when I wanted to go to Mary Monarch with my team, and yet I went to Mary Monarch with Wakahuia because they did some of my stuff when they went over there. Thank you, James. Thank you, James. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is competition when you're out there. But don't forget your whānau. At the end of the day, all of our whakapapa is the one whakapapa. Hey? All of us together. So I'm so happy to see everybody sitting like this. And to all our kaumātua teams that helped to get all our teams into this next competition. Thank you for remembering Tiny, Tale, Rachel, my dad, and everybody that we've lost. And not just our team, our kapahaka, but all our kapahaka. We've had so many people pass. All of us. We've all been crying. So all of us. So thank you for being and acknowledging. Thank you for acknowledging the group. Tui, thank you for your kōrero. And thank you for everything, being here tonight. It's been long enough. I know you're tired, want to go home. Some want to go drinking. But anyway, thank you, whānau, everybody around. Also, thank you to my wife, Lara, back there. And one more thank you to the Tarawa, to Donna, to Watuunum, and all the committee for putting on this night. And yeah, I just got tired, that's all. I didn't get cancer, I just got tired. Kia ora tātou, kia ora. And thank you for this parquet. I always wanted a real one. And I got that.
Te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu Whakanuia.
Tēnā rā koutou. I rongo i te wairua, i hoki ngā mahara. Pā te rongo hoki e rā o ngā whānau, kāre i konei, a tinana engari i konei a wairua hoki i tēnei o ngā pō. Ko tai ki te wā kia whakakapi i tēnei o ngā pō, kai a hau he kaonga, ringa, mena wangaro, i a koe tēnei o ngā kaonga ringa, tēnā haramai ki au. Ka waiho noi ho te kupu whakakapi kia koe te.
Kia ora tātou. Ai, ko tai rā ki te whakamutinga o tō tātou pō whakanui. Whakanui i te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. No reira kai aku matamata huanga. Wets, kai te rangatira. Me hinui ana ki a koe, tira kia koutou katoa ko te Mātārae. Tūpau nei a mātenga. I te nui o ngā tutukihanga. I te taumata anō hoki e noho nei koutou. Kāre, e tutuki anō i kapake atu. Te taumata e noho nei koutou. Ko te ao o te kapahaka, kua rereke, rawa atu, i a koe wets o tira i a koutou ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. It's been an honour and a privilege in my lifetime to be able to have witnessed a master at work. And I find it, and it's a privilege to be here amongst our family, amongst our iwi, to honour you, to honour my brothers and sisters in te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Ka nui te aroha kia koutou katoa, kei te whānau. Anei tō iwi, whakanui nei a koutou katoa ko te Mātārae-I-Ōrehu. Ka tono atu ki te tehi o aku tohunga ki anaha, mana te pō e whakakapi. Reira, wada.
Whai muri i tērā, kai a koutou ngā kupu, mo te waiata whakamutunga o tēnei pō, no reira, kia kahara tātou katoa ki te waiata.
Mai e ha ka whipia ki ngā riki nui o te pōtei nā tuturo ki